agro-processing meets impact. We get to meet a man who is serving and saving a nation.
We take soya to another high level. When we say it is a golden bean, seriously it is.
It is.
Either by you getting the nutrition you want out of it or by you getting economics out of it. After learning that we can do milk from soybeans, we discovered there is a byproduct. Now that byproduct, we condition it in 2 different stages and then we produce a stuff that can really work as meat.
We are already enjoying Sesako's yogurt. This is really, really tasty. It's actually really, really nice. It's healthy. It feels healthy. Welcome to this week's episode of NTV Seeds of Gold, proudly sponsored by Bukola Chemical Industries Limited and YPA for the expert opinion. Are you interested in venturing into one of the most profitable yet slightly easy to deal with animal husbandry?
People fear pigs that they eat too much just because maybe they don't understand the feeding mode, how you're supposed to feed these pigs. You must know the kilos of the pigs. You must know the stage. At this stage, they must eat this. At this stage, they must eat this. Somebody should start from small, because if you start from small is where we will learn. You will pass all through those challenges. Meanwhile, you're what? You're learning.
This week, we travel to Buyigi Estate Farm Limited, located in Chetume, Bukasa, Mukono District, where we meet Stephen Ayisu, the manager of this farm, which has been in existence since 2003.
This farm started way back in 2003, and it started as a nursery, coffee nursery, where they raised the seedlings for coffee. So later, around 2005 there, it transitioned to a poultry farm. We started with the poultry. Then later we transitioned to piggery. We are mostly breeders. What we have mostly here is we have Canberra, we have Red Europe, we have Red Europe F1, we have F2. F1 we got it from South Africa. So we kind of give our farmers the best. We try to get those breeds which are very good for the preference of farmers. Let's say those ones who want to pork, we give them the Canberra. Those ones who we want to rear for multiplication, multiplying their stock, we can give them also large white. Then also Duroc is very good at pork. So we basically have the Canberra, we have the Duroc, we have the part of the land race, then we have the crosses, Duroc Cambro, large white Cambro.
The specialty here is piggery farming, and it's admirable. He opens his gates to share practical lessons on what it takes to run a thriving pig farm. Stephen is quick to emphasize that the foundation of a successful piggery farm is both ventilation and biosecurity, keeping the environment safe, disease-free, and well-ventilated.
Actually, biosecurity in a farm is paramount, is a must, most especially piggery farm. Pigs are so sensitive in a way that you have to do biosecurity in the maximum way, 100%. That's why you address it like the COVID guys, the doctors. The reason as to why we are doing that, we are hit back some 5 years ago, we are hit back by swine flu. That's why we learned from that lesson. That's why we have to do maximum security, biosecurity. The disinfectants which you see there in those birthday foods, we put it there, viral kill. Even we disinfect your gumboots, we give you our gumboots. We don't allow, I remember you said you wanted to put on your gumboots, but we told you to put ours because we don't trust anybody who enters with their gumboot, because we don't know where they will step from outside there. They can carry the disease inside the farm. That's why we have to give you the gumboots. We disinfect you. You step on those footbaths all before you enter inside. And as you can see from the other side, there is a gate. No person can enter here. We have just opened because we are coming, but always the padlocks are there. After them working here, we lock both sides so nobody can access, even outside the window. You cannot peep inside and see any pig. That's why we have to do that.
At this farm, one side of the piggery is raised and the other is lowered, allowing free air circulation, as he explains.
The way we have designed our structure, one side is a little bit low down, then one side is the wall is a little bit raised. We want for fresh aeration because the wind always they blow this side. So that's why we have left those windows to be open, so that the wind, there is what? Exchange of air. The wind can enter from the other side, and this side we have raised it because we don't want even other, it is part of biosecurity. Nobody should peep from the other side inside.
Every successful farmer begins somewhere, and those considering piggery, Stephen shares what he believes should be everyone's first steps.
My advice to the beginners outside there who wants to begin a piggery as a business, as a serious business, in any level, whether small scale or large scale production, the first thing you must consider is the source of your breed. You have to know where you're getting your breed. You have to have the what? You have to know which breed do you want to rear and for which purpose you want to rear. For example, there are breeds which are so good in pork. There's other breeds which are also good for breeding. Let's say a large white, they can give you much many piglets, and even the Cambro or the Duroc, they are very good in what? In pork. So what somebody should look after is the source of your breed and the breed which you want what? Which you want to rear. And you must know the what? You must know your purpose. Which purpose are you rearing that breed for?
Anywho, Stephen says planning is everything. He emphasizes that one must organize the structures well before bringing in the animals. It is simply about preparation to ensure that all goes well from the get-go.
You should organize your structure well. You should look at how you're going to feed them, the sources of your food, whatever all you're going to collect. You need to organize early before what? Before you introduce any pig to your unit where you are built. So it is a large thing. It is a management issue. You have to check everything from the breed, from the source, from the breed, from the structure, the feed which you're going to use, because you can introduce a good breed, but if you don't give that breed a good feed or a balanced feed, it will not grow. Then you will blame from where you collected the breed from. Here the problem is you. So you have to check everything from all feed, everything, health. All those things you have to check all of them.
This farm features units for piglets, weaners, fatteners and lactating mothers, alongside a maternity section for farrowing, the first of its kind featured on this show. See, I told you we only get you the best.
All these units you're seeing, we have already weaned them. We have taken the piglets from them. So they are on the what? They are now, we call them now the dry sows. They have not conceived yet, and we are not first of all ready to give them to the what? To the boar, because we are flashing. We are giving them enough feeds, enough treatment, deworming, all what is supposed to be done in health management. We are supposed to do that. Then after that, let's say in the 2 weeks time when they come on it, then we serve them when they are very okay. In the main house here, we keep the pregnant mothers for, let's say, 2 months. In the end of the 2 months, when it's pregnant for 2 months, let's say 2 weeks to farrow, that's when we do what? We transport to the maternity, what they call the maternity or the farrow pen. So he's not supposed to do what? He's not supposed to stay from here or produce from here. What you're seeing from the other side is that one just, we did not calculate very well on the record. So it gave birth before we did what? Before we took it to the farrow pen. This is a 2.5-month piglet. We can now start calling them the growers because they are past the stage of piglets a little bit. So this is the reason as to why they are so much crowded, is because of the space that we have. And even another thing is the market demand now is low. There are seasons the market, the demand for piglets goes down from the farmer. That's why you will see we shall have many. But otherwise, if the demand is high, you will get 10 to 8 in each unit. This unity, one of, I think 2 of the mothers were on the heat. That's why we have brought the what? We have brought the boar here. But it is not supposed to be in this number. It's supposed to be at least 1 mother in what? In each unit, because it is actually very kind of difficult to trace whether this one is served or not. But just because of the space, that's why we are putting them 3. But just know that we have put the boar there because there is a one which was on heat and it has served it. So this is actually where we bring our mothers 2 to 3 weeks to farrow. We bring those mothers this side. This is where they are supposed to what? To farrow from. And they will only stay from here for only 1 month. So when we win, we take the piglets the other side, we put also the mothers where? In another side, as you saw from the sty, what sty B. So they are not supposed to do what? To overstay from here, because these units, the way they have designed them, they are a little bit, the area is not wide. So if the mother overstays from here, most likely to get issues of paralysis because there is no exercise. The reason as to why we have decided to design it like this, or the way the manufacturer has designed it like this, you see, we close here. We can close here when the mother is there. Let's say the one which is ready to what? To farrow. There is no way it can farrow and it will sit on the what? The piglet. It will be close in what? In one area. So the piglets will have the escape routes or where they can hide, so that they cannot be gotten, like they cannot be hurt from the what? From the mother. Yeah, that's how they are. And if you can see from this side, even they have their section where they can enter to hide. When the coldness is there, you can see. They can decide and enter inside there too, so that they can have the normal what? The normal temperatures which they want. There is no way the mother can disturb them from there. And if you see here, all here is for the water for what? For the water for the piglets is there. That nipple is short. They will learn how to take the water from the nipple. So here, even the food, they will learn to eat the mother's food from here. By the time of 4 weeks, they will be knowing how to what? Eat. So when we transfer them to the farrow pen, they will be knowing where the nipple is. They will look for the nipple for water. They will look for the feeding trough for the what? For the feed. So they will learn from here. As you can see, we have docked the tails, we have cut these tails, and we do this one in the what? In the 3rd day when we are giving the iron. We clip the teeth also. The reason as why we clip the teeth is to avoid, when they grow up, to avoid them damaging the teeth of the mother. That's why we do clip the teeth. We dogtail, because when we dogtail, they tend to grow faster than those ones which have not been dogtailed. And even it helps them, because piglets, when they reach to the age of even 1 month and a half, they can start fighting. And they always use the tail as a tool. You will find somebody is what? The tail is damaged seriously from that fighting. So there is no way they can catch the tail because it's now short. That is the reason as to why we do what? Dogtailing. This one is the duroc. You can see its size. It is so huge. I believe it is around 300 plus kilograms. For duroc, for them, they are very good in adding the what? Adding the meat. But in a little number, they are kind of weak. Most especially the F2s, the generation 2 of the duroc, the red duroc. You can see the number of the piglets. There are few. It gave what? It gave only 6. It gave only 5, and by accident it sat on 1. So if you come here when all of them are some 2 weeks, 3 weeks to farrow, you will get here almost full.
On the farm, feeding is carefully tailored to different stages of growth. Piglets, weaners, lactating mothers, and fatteners all require specific rations, as explained by Steve.
We basically have stages of feeding. There is a stage which we call the weaners. We have the lactating sows. Those are now the mothers with the piglets. Then we have the fatteners and the dry sows, those ones which are not yet conceived, that stage are all those ones who are recently conceived. So we feed these pigs according to their stages. And even the feed which we give these pigs, we give in different ratio or different proportions. They don't all eat the same amount of the food. Let's start with the lactating sows. Those are now the mothers. There is a concentrate which we use called the Devenish. Devenish concentrate is what we use. We use concentrate. We use a broken maize and maize bran. So we buy this concentrate packed in a what? In a 50 kg. Then we bring that concentrate here. We have our machine for grinding. We grind our own maize from here. So we add in what? The maize bran. So for example, the lactating mother, what you give the lactating mother, how we mix the ratios of mixing the feed. We get 75 of the what? Of the broken maize. Then 45 of the what? Of the bran. Then we mix what? A 50 what? A 50 kg of the concentrate. That is the what? Lactating what? Concentrate. So we mix and we get around, if I'm not mistaken, that is around a total of 170. 170 total feed. We give that ratio because this mother is what? This mother is breast what? Feeding. The piglets have to suckle the mother. That's why we give a kind of a concentrated what? Concentrated feed. So we mix our feed. Then from there, we give each mother 4 kilograms per mother. That one is the one which is what? Lactating. And we always add 0.2 grams of what? Of feed for each piglet the mother is what? Is having. So whether if the mother is having the what? If the mother is having, let's say 18, because we have the mother which can give us 18 or 20 or 21 according to what the mother has farrowed. So you add 0.2 per each piglet. So you multiply, then you add to the initial what? To the initial 4.0 kgs of a complete feed to the mother. If we come to the winners, those ones are now, we always win at 1 month. We stopped winning at 1 month and a half. So during the time of winning, we separate the mother from the what? From the piglets. We bring the piglets this side from the farrow pen. Then the mother also is taken to what? To another unit. So in the 4 weeks when we bring that piglet here, we also give that one a complete feed called we use a concentrate called winner concentrate. So the way we mix also winner is not very much different with the what? With that one of the lactating. So 75, 45, bran 45, broken maize 75, then the what? Then the concentrate 50. The only difference is the what? The concentrate. The other ones are using the lactating mother. This one are using the what? The winner concentrate. So we mix, we give according to the what? According to the number. As you can see the units. Each piglet we give 1.5 kg per what? Per day. So as you see our feeders, if you can see the other side, the feed is still on that feeder. So we put all the what? All the food there, calculated the number of the what? Of the piglets which are on that unit. If the piglets are what? Are 10 or 15 times 1.5, we put that feed there. Then those piglets will eat that food from morning up to evening with the water constantly being supplied from the what? Automated what? Nipples. Yeah, 2 months and a half, let's say from 3 months. We now give those ones also a different what? A different food. We give those ones which what they call the fattener or the grower. So the way we mix the grower, a 50 kg of what? Grower's concentrate or fattener concentrate. Then we put there 60 kilograms of what? Bran and 90 kilograms of what? Broken maize. We put here a lot of broken maize because we want to faster the growth of these pigs because they are now growers. Even the amount of feeding is very different from the other one of 1 month or 1 month and a half. We shall now add them 2.0 kilograms per each what? Per each pig. Still on the what? On the same feeders, the same system.
Stephen insists on those methods, stating that even the best breed will not grow if they do not feed it well. So feeding must match the stage and age.
People fear pigs that they eat too much just because maybe they don't understand the feeding mode, how you're supposed to feed these pigs. You must know the kilos of the pigs. You must know the stage. That's why I was telling you. At this stage, they must eat this. At this stage, they must eat this. So if we say at the age of 3 months, they are supposed to eat 2.0 kilograms. That is enough for the what? For the growth of that pig. And if the water is there, it is okay. The only problem which people make, they pump in pigs with a lot of feeds, and the outcome might be even stagnant pigs. They will not grow very well because of the misunderstand how they feed the pigs. Because the pig, if you give it the food, you can continually give it. It can even eat the 5 kilograms. It can even eat the 10 kilograms in a day. But here is the issue: if you know that this is the right feed, the quality of the feed is good, the quantity of the feed is good, then you will be knowing the right point what to do. So this theory of saying the pigs eat too much is just because of lack of understanding and the way people understand it in that way.
Stephen also insists that water must be available 24/7. For that matter, this farm uses automatic drinkers to ensure a constant clean supply.
In piggery farming, the most important note you should take or you should note is water should be there 24/7. Water should be there 24/7. That's why you're seeing we have erected the nipples there. The water is automatic. Water doesn't disappear from there. 24/7, the water is there. This is our water tank. We always have the underground water, and sometimes when that machine gets an issue, we have also national water as emergency. So we pump that water from down there up to this tank. That's why if you from those units from down there is water 24/7 on the nipples, and everything. The hygiene is very good because of the we have enough supply of the water.
A pig's gestation period runs about 114 days. That's 3 months, 3 weeks, and 3 days. Interesting, right? Note that with proper care, healthy sows produce large litter. We would all like that, wouldn't we?
We have the F1 from South Africa. This is the F1 from South Africa that we imported. As you can see, they are looking very good. We brought to them when they are 2 months. Now they have made 4 months and a half. You can see, we actually brought this one for breeding. As you can see, there are so many the female, only one male from a different parents. So the two females, then the rest are The rest are Cambras. It is always recommended for you to serve a gilt on 7th month. And because most of them can conceive in the can come on heat on the 6 months, but we always ignore the first heat because you might find that in the first heat, the pig might have not gained the weight, because it is always recommended for you to serve at least in the weight of 95 and above to 120. So if you serve a gilt at the low kilogram, let's say 75, you're most likely to have few piglets in your from your gilt. So 7 months, and the weight should be at least 95 and above. At least 95 and above. That's when you're supposed to serve, whether you're going to do artificial insemination or you're going to give to the boer. With the Durocom, for the litter number, is not so much high. You might find that depending on whether you do natural mating or you do artificial insemination. But with the Duroco, they always have the range of, let's say, from 10 to 15 below. It is very rare for you to get the Duroco which can give you 15 and above, let's say 18. But with the Cambra, we have had the mothers here giving us 21, 20, 18. So Cambra with breeding with the litter number is very, very good. It's a good breed. So we are expecting, at least from Duroco, we shall get a 12, 12, or 10, 10, or 15, 15. They are very good meat adders or pork. They're only good at adding the pork. That's why if they stand all, you see they have a very much difference with the with the Cambra.
According to Stephen, piggery is one of the most rewarding enterprises simply because demand for pork is and will always, probably always be very high.
The demand of piglet is high, most especially from the farmers and even the project people, the PDM guys. So we only receive most customers from the farmers who want to breed. And we always sell, when the demand is high, we sell, let's say in a month we sell around 50, if it is individual farmers who come and take 10, 20, 5, 2, we sell like 50 in a month. And our majority of the customers are are the farmers. They always buy from us because they know if they take one, they will call us back that, can you give us your breed again? It's very good. Even the number of the litter is this and this. So our most customers is what? Is the farmers. We sell the piglets here according to the what? According to the age. But we always recommend according to the age and the breed, different age, and even the prices are different. But we always advise our farmers or our people who buy from projects to take at least something of 2 months. 2 months is a little bit a grown-up pig. It will not disturb somebody because it will go when it is treated, everything is done. So we sell 1 month and a half at around 200,000. And we sell 2 months to 2 months and a half at 250. It continues like that. To 3 months, we give at 350. It will keep on adding by the 50, by the 50. The most expensive breed here is Red Europe. We sell Red Europe at 500 in the age of 2 months. We always off-lay the old mothers. Let's say if it has furrowed for 5 times, 4 and above, and we see the performance is no longer good, we off-lay those ones. We sell those ones to porkers, to guys who buy for pork. And even the boas, if you see the boa has become old, it has gained the match weight, because the match weight can injure the what? The gills, or injure the mothers during mating. So that category, all we off-lay, we sell them off. What we do with our customers, we always give them, because we have a small slaughterhouse up there, we always give them in the what? In the kilos. We can decide to give them, actually we sell in the farm 12,000 per kilo. So those guys of the butchers, they can come and they buy. Somebody gives you the order, I want 200, I want to this, so the kilo is what? Is 12,000. But there are also other farmers or other customers who say, for me, I want to take the what? The live pig. There is what they call the estimation tape. Is the tape measure. We measure it and we estimate that this mother or this boa or a castrate has these kilos. So if he gets like 60 kilos, that is times 12. If he gets 80 or 100, that is times 12. So the customer is not cheated and we are also not cheated. We think it is the best way to go.
We are taking another very short commercial break, but when we return, it gets more exciting and you get to see where you can get the gold. So we'll be tapping into farming opportunities and the expert opinion with YPA. Like any other business, pig farming is not without hurdles.
Every business is not an easy work, but there are challenges you face on the way. Like what I told you earlier, we face a challenge of swine flu. We kind of also being disturbed by mastitis in the mothers. You might find that the teats are swollen, those kind of stuff. You see the signs, and how we always handle that is just giving the strong antibiotics like penicillin. We inject in 3 days, it will disappear. And other challenges, the cost of feed. You will find that the maize brand can go hike up to 1,000, 1,200, almost the same like maize. You might find that the maize is 1,800. So when the prices of the feed, most especially maize, go up, we always face a lot of challenges. But we have tried that to have our other gardens, though they are very far from here, but we have other small gardens of what? Of maize, which we can grow and we bring here at the season. But when we are off season, we really face the challenges on the fields.
But Stephen insists that with proper management, the opportunities outweigh the challenges.
If you understand the science behind, if you understand how to rear these pigs, almost for us, we were concentrating at first on the piglets. But when we saw that sometimes when the demand is low, we could say, let's now fatten those ones which we have castrated. So by the age of 5 to 6 months, you might find that the pig has 85 kilograms. So I think it is the most profitable business that we have. So in the short period of 4 to 5 months, you already have your money. If, let's say, because for us we used to sell like 50 castrates, 20, 30. We measure that in kilos. So it is it is a kind of a profitable business to me. Actually, it's the best to me, according to the way I understand the science of it.
For those starting and not able to invest heavily, there is an alternative method that is more friendly. Also, this is where the visitors can have a look before accessing the main sty.
This is our sty A. This unit it was meant for fatteners or display. Those ones which are ready to be sold, we bring them this side and the farmers will come. Even they can stand from outside there, they can see. They decide to pick me the other one, whatever they decide we give them. But now because of the space, as you can see, we have now here the gilts. Even we have the castrates and the females, so it is now a mixed up stuff, but it is system is not like the other side. Here is a little bit manual. You clean, not like the other side whereby you can open and the fishes go, but here you have to do the manual cleaning. And on the water system, the same like the other side, they are also on the nipples. It is always easy to supplement when you want to add them like greens. You can add and you can easily do clean, but we really do not give greens. We don't give greens frequently. We give like once in a week, because when the poo is very easy to remove and even that remains of the greens is easy to use, unlike the other system whereby if the greens go deep down the drainage, it will block the drainage. So this is a kind of at least a simpler one, easy to manage. Even somebody can, mostly the starter, this is the best structure. The design of the structure, somebody can start with, somebody can use this metallic stuff for poles and can start this one easily. Or other people even use the makoko. Somebody can use the makoko with the same with the same design. So this one is not very kind of expensive than the other one. This is a little bit cheap and it's very, very good for for the starters. Somebody should start from small, because if you start from small is where we will learn. You will pass all through those challenges. Meanwhile, you're learning. It is not always advisable for somebody to, if you're starting and you start a piggery farm of, let's say, 20 mothers, you don't have experience. So the best advice, start from small, learn from the mistakes which you do, then somebody can improve.
The waste on the farm is very well managed and reused for other agriculture needs on the farm.
About this flow, these are metallic flow. What happens in this, the way that we have designed this structure, the drainage system is down. So as you can see, so it makes us easily do cleaning. We can easily do cleaning. So all the fishes, they come down here. We sweep from the other side. They put there, and even them themselves, they cannot put the other side. They do what? They come and put this side, and the fishes enter to the pit, to the drainage system. Sometimes people say that pigs are dirty animals. You can see the way we are seated here comfortably. They don't put the other side. They understand that the other side is for for sleeping, and they come and put this side. So this system is very, very good. It eases our work. In all this unit and the unit down there in the faro pen, I only have 2 workers who are working on them. So it simplifies the work. But assuming if it was not a drainage system like that, it will be too much work. Even the labor will be high. So it is the best way to do, and is one of the cleanest systems to put in place. We are now in our waste pit. There are 2. The first one, which is this one, is for the solid waste. As you can see, it is only solid which is there and a little bit of water. But the other one is for the water. So the water is filtered from down up to the other one, and the solid will remain here. So when this pit is full, what we always do, we remove the waste outside, just like the way you see from there. So we dry that waste from where? From outside. After drying it, or we can put the other side. After drying it is when we can now give to those farmers who are interested to buy the manure, or we can also use in our in our maize plantation. Here the whole system passes down from the other 2 units. This unit and the other unit, they are all connected and they all bring the waste which this side. So when we release them from the outlets from the other side, the fishes come what? Directly to this side, and the solid will remain here, the water will go the other side.
The farm is not limited to pigs, but has also invested in poultry, broilers and layers to be precise.
Here they are around 420 birds. These ones have laid for 1 year and now they are going to the second month.
This diversification provides steady income throughout the year and cushions the farm against any shock. What do we learn from this? Yes, multiple enterprises make farming more sustainable. So maybe you've got to indulge in it a little bit more.
As you can see, the most dominant breed here is the rainbow roosters. We had mixed them with the sassos. But those ones which are much are the what? The rainbow roosters. We collect these eggs, we take to machines. Those guys who want to buy the chicks, they can buy from us, or somebody wants to buy the eggs for what? For hatching, they can come and buy from us and they take to the machine for hatching. And even other people prefer them for eating. Yeah, like local eggs. As you can see the size of the eggs. When we collect them, we don't allow them to stay for more than a week. So 5 days, 4 days, 6 days, we take them to the machine, or we call the customers who always take them to the machine to come and buy. Broilers also lay eggs, but their laying rate is not the same as the layers. You might find that they don't lay too many eggs compared to the layers. But we approximately, we get around, in these 2 units, we get around 30 to 35 trays per day. So this is how we give them the water. It is a kind of a hygienic system. It's a kind of local but hygienic. The dirt cannot get inside because the water, after you pouring water, you just cover. So they will get the water from where? From here. So there is no way, because broilers, they are like local birds, they like playing. They can put the dirt into the what? Into the water. But with this kind of bucket, the farmer cannot be disappointed with infections because it controls the diseases. It is very hygienic. Those are 3 days now old. These are actually the eggs for hatching. As you can see, they kind of look like the local birds' eggs, but they are very big in size. These are the eggs for the rainbow roosters, and this is the store we keep them from. As you can see, their store is very, very different from the way we keep for the layers, because those are fertilized eggs. You have to keep them very well in a clean environment, and the light is restricted, because otherwise if you expose them to light and heat, they can get what? Spoiled. And we collect these eggs in 5 days to 6 days, they can be taken to the machine. Otherwise, if you keep the eggs beyond that period, the eggs can become old and they cannot hatch. The hatchability will be what? Will be low. So this is basically what we do. As you see, we have few that have already taken others in the morning. So we have few eggs here, but we are going to do what? To collect for the evening again. This is our layer section. We have here around 2,000 birds around this unit. They are in the cages, as you can see.
There is something I want to show you right about here. How do you understand, how do you differentiate an active male goat from an inactive male goat? People don't know that we have important bucks. But when you go to the farm to buy a male buck, sometimes you'll find yourself buying an impotent one. Then you take it very huge, the size is very good, but when you get there, it is doing nothing. It just looks at you. You look at the goats, it also looks at the goats. How do you differentiate an active male goat? You don't need to look at the head. You need to look right behind the forelegs. right behind the four legs. You see, here there lies the answer. This is where the answer is. If this place is as clean as you see, the hind leg, just know there is no business. I repeat, behind the foreleg. Why do we have this place dirty? It is because when it releases spermatozoas here, it goes and hits here. That is why we have a dirty place. And behind here, you see it is very clean. This place is used for vaccination against off. This one here, the behind leg. This is where we clean a bit and add the vaccine for off. But it is not supposed to be dirty. But if you find this place, you see here, if this place is clean, just know you have taken an inactive or an impotent buck, and it is only going to grow fat or guzenda or mufunze, much as it has everything in shape, but it is a castrate. So be vigilant. Remember that don't try to show off. Be vigilant and take things as a star. When you go to those farms, probably even the supplier, the farmer, doesn't know that his goats are inactive. Even you, the buyer, don't know. So what happens? Kutomera. But YPA is here for you to make sure that next time on your next sale, you make profits, not the intended losses that we don't know. We intend to make losses in without planning very, very well. So you see the boya here. You see the boya here, eh? You see? Like it is stiff. Eh? Why? It is stiff because even if you touch, it is hard. Why is the hair hard? Because the spermatozoa goes there. So if you see it has a we should only that these are all males. I should have gotten. I'm going to show you a female one. You'll find it is always clean and the hair there is as soft as here. You see here, the boya is very soft. But here, much as the leg is black, but you can still identify that there is signs and symptoms of spermatozoa happening here. Sometimes you might find a back like this. It is as if it is cold, it is not in good mood, and you think that is all you need. No, you have to look here vigilantly. And if you see what is happening, then be sure. However, you might take an active one, but it has been used. For example, our backs are used to 300 goats, 150. So you take it to 3 goats, then it refuses because he has been used to eating Rusania. Now he's going to eat from Makabakuri, so he will refuse. And when he refuses, don't think this guy is inactive. No, sometimes we have sold backs because YPA does what we call after sale services. We actually sell only to our members. If you want to buy a male back here from YPA, you have to become a member so that we can be able to follow up and see, did the goat do what you wanted? Did it meet your expectation? We go an extra mile to find that if you lose a goat within 6 months after purchase, we replace free of charge. That is what we call after sale service. We give you guarantee. Imagine giving guarantee on life. So we have seen farmers who take our goats and then they bring them back that they are not working. Immediately we put it back to the big herd. It starts shooting like a sniper. Then we'll be like, my friend, don't you think you have the problem? Your women are not up to the standard of this guy. So if this guy refuses to work there, don't be mad. Just change the standard and the guy will show you business. YPA says be an expert and enjoy agribusiness.
I have learned so much today, especially about piggery farming, and I hope you did as well. You have been an amazing crowd. Thank you so much. Do not forget this show is proudly brought to you by Bukola Chemical Industries Limited and YPA on our expert opinion for goat farming. Keep scanning the QR code on your TV and let's talk. You could tell us what you would like to see if you've got an enterprise that you would like for us to visit. Hey, we are one chat away. You can get us on X. We are always live every Saturday and pretty much anytime we can chat with you. Do not forget that you can catch us live on the go on the Your TV app. Simply download, make your payment, and you are good to go. I remain your ever humble host, Sheila Nabafu. Have a lovely night. Do not go away though, because up next is NTV Weekend Edition. Stay tuned.